I've been in China for a while and I decided to, with my tripod, come out and record content about how my life has been in China so far. And I think the best way to ignore people looking at you is to just ignore them. Mazinina. It never subsides. It's been a while I did a sit down video, and on this day, today is Saturday, I decided to bring myself to the park. There are so many people moving up and down, they're moving in front of me, and they're looking at me in a very weird way. And I really don't know if this is the right idea or this is the right thing to do, but I feel so weird. But regardless, I'm going to record this video, and there's so many white things moving around because it's spring and the flowers are starting to grow. So I wrote down a few things which I'm going to be reading for you guys about how my stay in China has been. So I do hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I do. So let's start this chit chat. It has been an experience for me, really trying to adapt to this new environment, new food. Yeah, it has been a lot. And then also, just so you know, I lost a loved one, which was a which was very heavy on us, on the whole family. Coming here and realizing that you lost a loved one can be very sad. Managing my business, which is a whole lot, and I have a lot to talk about managing my business here in China and being in China and running my business in Nigeria. I have a whole lot to talk about that one and starting a business and all of those stuff. But then before we begin, in case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Oluchi and you're welcome to my channel. Feel free to subscribe to my channel because you're going to lots of amazing content here. So let's start with when I first came. So I said I came in September, and when I came in September, schools were officially going to start in October. So just so you know, I came to China for study and then I came for business and I came for other things as well. And I just feel like this is the best country that God has for me because I have had in mind to travel out, but I didn't know how it was going to work. I was actually trying what's the name of this country? I'll put it on the screen if I can remember. I'm trying to remember the country, but it's not coming to my mind. So when I remember that country, I'm going to put it on the screen. Oh yeah, Norway. So I was initially planning to travel to Norway because they had free tuition and I felt that it was going to be more affordable for me and for my mom. But then they started paying tuitions, like the government removed the free tuition and students now had to pay for their tuition. So fast forward to 2024 and how God made it possible for me to come here, and I feel this is the country that was destined for me, and now we're here. So in October we started class officially, and other people came as well, other students came as well, and we started classes. So for start, I am here to learn the Chinese language to be able to help me in my stay in China and in everything I want to do here, whether furthering my education, whether for business. I have to learn the language to be able to communicate, which I would say has not been easy because I feel like Chinese language is one of the most difficult language anyone could or anyone can learn. So it has not really been easy for me to like really learn the language in full. And because I am learning the language, and not just me, other students as well. I guess you might have seen them in my videos. We are here to learn the language. We all have different parts anyways, but for now every one of us is learning the language and trying to see what will come next. I'm going to do a video about like what next after this. But for now, I'm trying to like love the whole process and just embrace it and try to learn the language as much as I can, even though it can be tiring. I kid you not, it can be tiring. So basically, the dormitory and the school is in the same environment, so it's very easy for us to. Hello, hello. So it's very easy for me and for every one of us to like from the dormitory go to classes. And then also there are people that choose to live outside. You can live outside or you can live in the dormitory, but I live in the dormitory and it's very easy to go from the dormitory to school. It's just like it's very easy and it's in the same building anyways. So most of the time, I'm usually in the dormitory, or I'm usually in class, or I'm usually at church, or I go to the park, which I'm currently at the park right now, or I go to the bank, or I go to the mall to get something to eat, and yep. So for adapting and how the Chinese people treat people, I think basically or how they treat foreigners in general. I think basically there are some persons that would love to come to you and say hello. Some that are trying to learn English, they would like come to you and be like, "Hello, how are you doing?" Like the ones that passed in front of me a while ago, they were like, "Hello," and yeah. But then some of them can be really mean, and I feel like they don't love to associate with foreigners. Some of them, they feel threatened by the black people, and they won't love to associate with the black people per se. And then just so you know, I'm in Sanjo City, and there are so many other cities like Sanjo City in a province. So how we would say like states, like I'm from Anambra State, or I'm from Abuja State, or for them it's province, and then in a particular province they have like different cities in a province. So before I came here, I would think, or before I came to China, I would think that once you're here, you can travel to anywhere. I can always travel to anywhere. But no, like China is a very, very big place, and there are different cities in China, and they are like for me to travel to another province, like let me say another district. For some, I might have to take a plane because I can't take the train. And yeah, that's how big this country is. It's actually a very big country. And then, in as much as I would love to explore other cities and explore other province, I need the capital, which I'm just trying to like let myself adapt fully and just take my time one day at a time because it can be overwhelming sometimes. So, why some of the cities in China won't allow you to work if you have student visa, some other province or some other cities would allow you to work. Some would allow you to work if you have a working visa. But for me, the city I'm in, so I was recording this video and it stopped recording. Oh my goodness. And just so you know, my mic stopped working. Okay, so I'm no longer sitting down. I'm going to be walking around and I'm going to be still talking about what I was talking about. I just hope this video is as interesting as it is because it's very interesting. I came here and not knowing there'll be so many persons and there's so many persons here and I feel weird. I feel so weird because they're all looking at me. I think I'm the only black person here today. Let me just show you a bit of how populated this place is. You're going to see so many persons walking behind me. This is very weird. And see how they're all looking at me. How they're all looking at me. Things I love about this place so far, having stayed in this place for a while. So let's talk about my very best, which is their delivery system. It's something I love. So all you have to do is to order something online or you can go to a store. But then when you order something from someone, they deliver it to you in like 2 or 3 days because every street has a post office. So all you have to do is to insert the post office or the address where you want to deliver to, and they bring it to the post office closest to you, and all you have to do is just to walk there to that post office and pick up your package. The next thing is their transportation system. So you can use the bus, you can use the train, or you can use the subway for your transport, and you can also use the plane, or you can use what again am I leaving anything, the bus, you can use a taxi, you can use the train, you can use the subway, or you can use the plane, anyone that is preferable to you, and depending on the distance of where you're going to. And then for the bus, all you have to do is just to pay 1 yuan, and I feel like it's meant to be free, but for maintenance of the bus you have to pay something, and it's just 1 yuan, which is very affordable. And for the bus, they prioritize elderly people in the sense that in the first seat they tell you to reserve it for elderly people or people with disability so that they get to sit in the front row. So for young persons, they always like go to the back, which is something that's very beautiful. And then I love the fact that in every estate or in every floor they have like a park where people can go to and walk around. They have this fitness set for elderly people that they can just go out in the evening and workouts, which is very, very key. And they have a playground where children can go out there to play. Children can go and play, and it's also very beautiful. And my city is a very small city, so it's not so expensive. So they try to make life easy as possible and very, very convenient as possible. And then their method of payment is very key. I love their method of payment. You can pay for everything, almost anything, with just your phone. As long as you have an Alipay account or you have a WeChat account, you can pay for everything just using your phone. I am turning around for hello. You can pay for almost everything with just your phone. I think like they make life very easy because of how busy they are. They want life to be very, very easy for themselves, and it is very good for foreigners. You see, a few things I hate about this place is that they spit a lot. Like they can be really literally walking, they can be walking on the road and they are spitting, which is something I really dislike. And then for the fact that they are not Christians, there are few Christians here, and I feel like most of them, they are communists in the sense of that they prefer to serve the government than to serve God. But then I feel like if more of them would serve God, it would be very, very beautiful because of how dedicated they are to their country. If they serve God, they would serve God in the same faith of how dedicated they are to their government. I think these are some of the things I would say, and if I remember any other thing I would say that as well. So I'm going to like go around the park, and from there I would go to my dormitory and I would record the second part of the video because I don't think I can do this here. This place is so uncomfortable for me, and I feel like I've just been yabbing and I'll just edit everything later on. So yeah, but the park is a very, very beautiful place. Let me just show you another view of the park. It's so beautiful. The trees, because it's spring, so it's very beautiful, and children are out playing.
Change through. Our greatest gift was you. But Father, your love never ceases, even in the midst of my darkest days. Flows like a river and never ever sinks.
Mazinina, Nija Shama, Ni shwayin you ma, Ni shwayin you.
So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah.
So I think I'm done and I'm almost going back to the dormitory, so I am walking out. So I'm out of the park, and yeah, I just quickly want to say that I really hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I do. I know it was over the place, but I really do hope you enjoy it. And wherever you find yourself, never forget God. Always remember God, and just like be proud of God. Be proud of your hustle. Things might not be the way you want it to, but regardless, just continue to serve God and continue to trust Him. So talking about earning money in China as a student, so just so you know, with your student visa, you cannot work in some cities or in some province unless you have a working visa. And unfortunately for me, in my province, you can't work with a student visa, and the classes are a bit hectic. You go to class every Monday to Friday, and if you can't go to class, you have to take permission from your teacher, from your counselor, because every class has a counselor. You have to take permission from them and tell them why you can't attend class for a particular day. So classes here are kind of compulsory, and they would tell you in the induction that it's compulsory, so you have to take classes serious because it has marks to your final grades or something, just like in university in Nigeria. So yeah, you just have to look for other ways to earn money. And I just feel like if something is meant to be, is meant to be. If God has destined for you to be here for a long time, you will be here, and you're going to achieve what God has destined for you. I really hope people enjoyed this video. It was very uncomfortable for me, and I really felt uncomfortable, but regardless, we're done. So always remember that God loves you wherever you find yourself, and do have an amazing day. Lots of love for you too. Bye.
I'm up and down like a pogo. hands up like a pole vault. Your love is divine, it never subsides. Seen through creative manifestations that's been through your generation.